We started back before all written history began, in an age of monsters, myths and gods who were at odds with mortal man. Then to the Iberians and written history when Hannibal attacked them all in 200 BC. From elephants to Carthage to ancient Roman rule and then barbaric Gothic clans. You must admit, that bit was cool. And then the Islam took on Charlemagne, but Charlemagne was best, and the king appointed Wilfrid with the very hairy chest. I didn't say it was a good one. So then the glory days of Aragon, and a string of mini wars. They built an empire while Castile were fighting off the Moors, but their luck was not to last. The bloodline died shortly after, along with poor King Martin. It's the guy who died from laughter. A string of bad decisions left this place in disrepair, like telling Christopher Columbus to go find your cash elsewhere. And then a crumbling economy among their growing fears, and then the whole of Europe went to war for 30 years. So they sided with the French. Foolish move, it's fair to say, because Barcelona was defeated and the French just ran away. And after 30 years of death, defeat, repression and suppression, there wasn't time to catch your breath before the War of Royal Succession. So they should have backed the Bourbon King of France, but wouldn't budge, because you might say, understandably, they still held quite a grudge. So surprise, surprise, they went and chose the wrong side yet again. And in 1714, they were abandoned by their friends. The English took Gibraltar. The Austrians went home. Catalonia did not falter, but it fought and fell alone. But they had a lot of patience, because then they had to wait 100 years for the Renaissance. And in 1888, they held the Expo. They built La Rambla and the park of the Ciutadella and the statue of Columbus, who is quite a famous fella. It gets worse from here. All of that was soon to be forgotten in the cruel and crushing face of fascist forces and Francisco Franco's rule. And I'm sad to say, for 39 long years, he stayed alive until November 20th, 1975. 17 years later, the brand new Barca's world debut in the 25th Olympic Games in 1992. And who'd have thunk that 23 years later, we'd be buddies, and you come on the tour and hear my stories, and then give me all your money. And then you'd all immortalise your memories of this day with 5-star reviews on TripAdvisor.co.uk. It's fucking shameless. But what's it all about? Is there a message I can mention? If there is a theme to Barcelona, then for me it's reinvention. Through every age, every invasion, every destruction and decimation, it reinvents itself. And this is just today's reincarnation. It is not simply a city, as you can see, it's so much more. I've been Leon, and you've been awesome, and I hope you liked the tour.